Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing a dramatic fall look. This is the look that I posted on my Instagram, and I decided to record it since I was doing it and it didn't record, so now I'm recording it. So now I'm doing my brows, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder in dark brown. I don't have no particular order of my brows, but I just fill them in normally. I'm using the Becca Evermatte pore perfecting primer just to add to my T-zone around my face, just to have a base and so much oiliness won't be so prominent. But I'm going back into filling the brows, and I change my brows up all the time, but I've been loving the duo powder. And now I'm cleaning up with the ABH concealer in 5.0 and a Morphe brush, and I'm blending it out with a Mikasa beauty blender just so everything is even. I don't want any crease or anything like that. I don't want it to look harsh when it comes to me adding my shadows. So now I'm putting the Maybelline Matte Poreless Foundation in 355 and 360, and I'm blending it out with that same brush, beauty blender. I like the coverage of this foundation, but I wanted a little bit more, and I did like a layer and a half, and I felt like I needed more because of the dark spots on my cheeks. It did it okay, but I wanted more. Not only did a layer actually, but I didn't want to do it too much. But now I went into the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour foundation stick in chestnut, and it did okay, but I wanted more of a coverage. And now I'm setting my eyes with this Ulta contour kit in the warm bronzer. It comes like a set and like a 6 powders, so I've been using that just to set my concealer, just because it's really nice. And now I'm using the Modern Renaissance palette and going in with burnt orange. I'm using it just to put over top of that color because I love the burnt orange color and it's really nice. It's not, harsh, so you just made it as a transition color. But I just put that all over the lid and all in the crease just to, start off. And now I'm going into what's that color called? Love Letter and Red Ochre. These are the two main colors that I'm be using in my crease besides Violet from the Makeup by Mario palette. I'm just adding these two colors just to start off building that pink and reddish color. This look is going to look like a sunset look on the lids, and underneath it's going to look like the ocean as I say it is. But yeah, I'm going into that Makeup by Mario palette now and using Isabella. I think Isabella's more brown orange, and burnt orange is more of a burnt orange. It's nice. They both complement each other. They're both going to be used a lot in this tutorial, but I like using them just to blend out the two harsh lines that I have in my eyes, just so that it all looks seamless. And now I am going into Violetta. This color is like a plum brown color. To me, it's plum brown, but to others it may just be a brown color. So I'm just using that to build the color up in my crease. This brush doesn't do in its point, so I just decided just to use it for right now. But I went back into that definer brush just to blend out the colors, and then I went back into that Sonia Kashuk blending brush just to make sure there weren't any harsh lines. I will be blending a lot with this look since it's so dramatic, so you'll see a lot of stuff like that. Now I'm using Bedroom Eyes as a prismatic shadow from NYX, and I did not have to use any Fix Plus or anything just to bring out that intensity in the eyes of the color. The color is very, very gorgeous, and I just kept adding, as many layers as I want. I just wanted it as tense as I could get it, and it did it on its own, just me packing that color on without swiping. When you want really intense eyes, you don't want to swipe it. You want to pack that color on because you'll get the most color payoff, or use your finger. So now I'm going back into Love Letter, and I wanted to build up that pink. I did use Red Ochre, but only a dab of it. I used mainly the Love Letter color because I wanted that pink to peek through just a little bit. Just wanted it to just show and, show its little thing. But I definitely, love this color. I don't usually tend to pinks that much. Well, not dark pinks, but this one looked really beautiful on the eyes with everything blended together. And now I'm going in with a Jessup brush, and what did I pick up? I think I picked up burnt orange. I did pick up burnt orange just to blend out that harsh line. This is not a Jessup brush, it's a BH Cosmetic brush actually. And I just wanted to blend out the harsh lines in there. And now I'm going into the Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm picking up Violetta, the same color that goes into the crease, just to add some more definition into the eyes. Later on, I'm going to be using a different brush just so I can add some more definition to it. But I just kept building up and building up that color, as best as I could with this brush. But, later on I will be using something different to bring in that intensity. And now I'm blending out those harsh eyeshadows. And I am going to dip into Isabel in a second, just so I can get that brownie burnt orange, combo together again, just to make sure everything looks seamless and perfect. And I think this looks really, really, really good together. All these colors complemented each other, which is good, and I'm glad that the vision that I wanted for this look to come out, it came out perfectly. So now I am using, what am I using? I am using the Real Techniques Bold Metals brush, I think that's what it's called. And I went into Violetta again, just to add some more definition, not so much because it was already coming through, but just that brush gave it the right amount of intensity that I wanted. And I'm blending it out with that same brush, just so there's no harsh lines. And now I am going in with Golden Ochre from the Modern Renaissance palette. Just as a brow highlight that I love using. It's been a staple when I do my eye looks because it's not too yellow and it's not too white. It's just a nice color. And now I'm going back into the ABH palette, and I'm picking up Kim just to put into my inner corner. I wish I would have used a brighter color, but for this look it was just fun. It did what it needed to do. And I'm going back into that prismatic eyeshadow and Bedroom Eyes just because I lost some of that color, that color intensity that I wanted before, that I had before actually. And I just wanted it a little bit more just so, it can show its shine, just show how amazing this color is. It's actually be good on its own just with a simple eye look, like a simple mascara and simple brown shadow in the crease and just this color alone. But I just blend that out, and now I'm using my Pro Longwear Concealer in NW40, and just blending that out and making sure everything blends out well. I'm making sure there's no harsh lines when it comes to blending out this. Just wanted to sharpen up everything, make sure it looks nice, and cover up any dark circles, but also highlight. Now I'm using a highlighting powder. It's like a setting powder, but I use it as highlight from MAC. It's the Mineralized Finish Mineralized loose powder in dark. I love using this. It sets on my face, no flashback, no creasing. It's just perfect, and I love it. I'm going to knock that powder off later, but I just love using this on my face. So, what am I on to next? Next, I'm going to use my liner that I've been loving, the one I've been talking about constantly, the L'Oreal liquid liner, and it's called the L'Oreal Liner Noir in black. It's so intense and so beautiful. If you see me looking back, I'm watching TV actually, and recording and listening all at the same time, but trying to multitask. But do you see how that it just glides? It's not like I have to go over it more than once. I'm just perfecting my liner, making sure both liners match up evenly and that it doesn't look harsh or anything like that, and not looking right. I just wanted a dramatic wing with ease, and this liner definitely get it. It's only it's definitely worth it, and it was only $10 at the drugstore. So get your hands on that soon. Just look at that. Look how it just does its thing. So now I'm going into my mascara, and this is from Ulta. It definitely gives me some volume and lengthening and separates my lashes, but I was just prepping my lashes for my falsies that I'll be putting on. Just doing what girls do when it comes to putting on false lashes. I didn't really need to put lashes on, but I wanted to for this look, and I just dust off that powder. And now I'm doing my lashes. I'm using the Duo Glue in black, and I dropped my lash, and I was so pissed off when I did it. But I did it more than once. But the lashes that I'm using are the Ardell 600 Wispies. These are definitely full and dramatic, and I wasn't sure if they were going to work for me because I'm not good with lashes, but I was just making sure that glue stayed tacky. Was trying to get that glue tacky, but now I'm using a compact mirror just so I can get close to that lash line and have those lashes fit on perfectly. I'm not an expert in putting on lashes, I just try my best to make sure what fits well for me. I'm pretty sure I can use, a lesson or two in it, but, I was just going how I watched like more than one video on doing it, and you know, I figured, what the heck, let's just try it out. And it came out really good. I mean, this one stuck fine. I think the other one gave me a harder time when I was doing it, but I'm just making sure that lash band is on perfectly. And yeah, now I'm making sure both the lashes are sitting well. They're very dramatic, as I said, and they were very intense. So now I'm using my MAC Fix Powder foundation in NC50. This foundation powder is very good. I just, you know, wish I had another one that really set me. Like, this sets me perfectly, but I do have very oily skin, and it doesn't hold very long. So I would have had to have powdered probably an hour and a half after that, because my face is just so oily, but it did its job. Now I'm adding Sunbask blush from MAC. It's like a peachy sheer tone color, but it can be built up to something more intense, as you can see. I did highlight with Global Glow and ABH's That Glow palette and the eyeshadow that I use as well. But now I'm bronzing that same Ulta contour kit that I used to set my eyes, just bronzing the, you know, the perimeters of my face, my nose, and just adding, you know, that dimensions back in that I had before I added my foundation. And now I'm just blending everything together so it looks, you know, seamless. So now I'm doing my under eyes. I am using a prismatic eyeshadow from NYX again in Mermaid Eyes, I believe. And this is a nice teal aquamarine color. I just wanted to pop a color, just I was reflecting off my dress. So I wanted something, you know, not intense, but something really, you know, just there, just to show some more color instead of just having just the basic eyes. I felt like the eyes needed something else, especially if I wanted them a little bit more dramatic. But this color did its job. It was really nice to use. I do go in with another shadow. I'm using a Morphe brush, and I used Violetta underneath the eyes just to bring some more drama to the look. And I thought it did perfectly, but I probably should just use I keep saying Isabel Violetta first, just to smoke out that lower lash line. But I do go back in with that ABH. What is going on with me? With that NYX color, just to, you know, bring in that color again. And it turned out perfectly. It looked really nice. It looked just like it belonged there. It was really a nice look. So now, what am I doing? Now I'm using some mascara, just a little couple coats underneath my lower lash line, just so my lashes don't look naked. I kind of hate that look unless I'm trying to go for that look, but you know. And I'm looking at the TV again. And now I'm using the Essence Kohl Liner in Teddy. It's like a brownsy color. It worked well with this look. I didn't want any black liner in my waterline. I just wanted something just to have some color. I didn't want that naked as well. And now I'm setting my face with the makeup, with the L'Oreal makeup spray, and I just kissed off some of the Vaseline that I had on my lips, and I'm using the Night Moth lip liner from MAC. This lip liner actually worked well with this look. It paired perfectly with the lipstick that I used, but I lined my lips. I didn't overdraw them. I just lined like I normally do, and I just filled it in and just making sure the liner that I used was really, you know, precise. Yes, I'm staring back at the TV again. But now I'm using Sangria lipstick from Milani, and this color is like purplish pinkish color. It worked really well with the look, and it was gorgeous. Like, I think I chose a better color than using the color I used before, which was Cherry Bomb from Wet n Wild. But this worked perfectly together, and it looks so gorgeous. And now I'm setting my eyebrows with the NYX eyebrow mascara in Espresso. This definitely lightened my brows instead of darkening them. I always had my eyebrows too dark, so this definitely gave it, you know, something else. But that is the finished look, guys. I took my hair out because it was getting in my way, and I added a necklace just to give it something else. And I'm doing a few poses there. But here are some pictures that I took after the fact. This was definitely a favorite look of mine, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. If you want any more tutorials, please leave comments below or comment on my other social media account. But I have nothing else to say, but I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and definitely stay tuned for more. Bye, guys.